If you have a big mortgage coming up for renewal soon, don't watch this video. You're not going to like what you hear. The market is shifting and it's a real minefield out there right now in Victoria for everybody. This includes buyers, sellers, renters, and anyone with a mortgage coming up for renewal. My name is Willey. If you want to stay on top of Victoria's market with me, then please hit subscribe and don't forget to leave a comment below with what you're experiencing out there. To start things off, I'm going to share with you a few very shocking news stories that have been circulating around the last few days. 3 major Canadian banks say 20% of their mortgage holders now have negative amortizations. This means that these homeowners' payments no longer cover even the interest, so the principal balance owed is increasing each month. This couple in Langley, for example, experienced a 60% rise in mortgage payments and had to sell and go back to renting. With 1 in 4 mortgages coming up for renewal in the next 2 years, the big question is, will we see more people like this couple forced to sell? To put the massive debt in perspective, in 2007, Canadians owed $450 billion in mortgage debt. Today, it's $2.1 trillion. The 5-year bond has hit new 15-year highs, and a lot of analysts are predicting that fixed-rate interest rates will follow. Fixed rates are now almost 7%, and buyers need to qualify for 9% to pass the stress test right now. A Canadian earning $100,000 with no debt will no longer qualify for a mortgage of just $350,000, which isn't even half of what it costs to buy a home in Victoria. It's really no wonder that buyers are disappearing. Personally, I'm seeing a lot of lowball offers out there, and very cautious and very price-sensitive buyers who simply cannot afford to pay the prices we have today with these high interest rates that they have to qualify for. If you read all that doom and gloom on the Vancouver Island housing market Facebook group, it's not hard to believe a crash has been coming for a while now, but they've also been saying that for years, and the market again and again proves itself resilient. Now, just in the last few weeks, based on what I'm seeing out there myself, it does look like inventory is moving very slowly, starting to stack up. Is this a slow decline or the start of a crash? It's just too early to say, but we're now 18 months in from when interest rates started to go up, and the effects are becoming very apparent, which originally a lot of people predicted that it would take maybe 1 year, 2 years, or 3 years to see the results of these interest rates because so many more people have had to renew by now. I watch the sales every day, and the new listings versus the sales and the price drops are the best way to get a real-time snapshot of how the market is looking. And in the past week, we've had 250 new listings, only 90 sales, and over 150 price drops. Anecdotally, I'm seeing a lot more subject to sale offers and realtors calling me after a showing to try and close a deal, all signs of a slowing market. If you're a seller, be very careful when accepting a subject to sale in this market. If the downward trend continues, you could lose your opportunity, lose your window to sell while you're tied up waiting for someone else's house to sell. Those buyers that can still afford to buy are watching and waiting with the expectation that prices will go down further, and a lot of the other buyers are simply priced out right now. The sales we are seeing are likely buyers trying to close before their rate locks expire, or cash buyers unaffected by the rates. Now let's take a look at the stats. The Victoria Real Estate Board's numbers look a lot more optimistic than what I'm personally seeing out there, but keep in mind there's a delay up to a month in some of these numbers that they've released. It's a really mixed message on this one, and quite frankly, it speaks to just how resilient Victoria's market is and has been over the last few years. I'm not convinced that this set of stats is what the trend will be as we continue into the fall. I really think that there was a big push by buyers who had 5% rate locks to get in and lock in and buy a home before their rate terms expired. Median home prices for detached homes are up 3.9%, now passing the $1.2 million mark. What's really interesting to me is the drop in townhome prices, down 3.9%. If you follow Leo's blog, House Hunt Victoria, he posted that the West Shore has been hit the hardest by interest rate increases. It makes sense since these buyers are often the most credit sensitive. And where are all the townhomes? Largely in the West Shore. In the core, such as Saanich and Oak Bay, we have the most single-family detached homes, and that is where prices have gone up, they've held steady, and typically that's where the wealthiest buyers are as well. Condos are relatively flat and up 1.6%. These prices are drawn from 490 sales in September. We have 17% more listings than this time last year, So even though we aren't seeing a decline in prices yet, inventory is stacking up and buyer affordability continues to erode. Will home prices go up or down? We don't know. No one can predict that. One thing's for sure, people holding mortgages will be paying a lot more when they come to renew, and those looking to qualify for new mortgages and new buyers, first-time buyers, will have a harder time. Thank you for watching. Please let me know if you have any questions about buying or selling real estate in Victoria, and please remember to hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you next time.